Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Chikwe sent us a psycrane. See if you can get an aerial visual. This is an emergency. We need to find where the star skiff crashed as soon as possible.
I'll connect the psycrane. So something crashed. Is this it?
We found it. Looks like the pilot isn't inside. If they escaped before it came down, they should still be nearby.
Where could they have gone? Oh. There's a person over here. Psycrane is returning.
There. That must be who Miss Chikwe asked us to save. We need to hurry. Those abominations have trapped her. Be careful.
Wait.
Hey, get out of here! It's too dangerous! Go get someone from the Skyfaring Commission. Tell them Ching Ni is in trouble.
Okay. See you later.
No, it's too late to call for backup. Don't worry, Miss Ching Ni. The Skyfaring Commission sent us to help.
The Trailblazer just literally started walking away. She was just gonna listen to her. It was like the weird little step she did.
Turn out your pockets!
Oh. I think, okay, that's it.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
I thought she was going to die. Thought Casper was dead.
Ill fate descends!
Cutting the net. Relax.
Done. This seems double the
There are
amount.
too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knights should be here soon.
Just run! These monsters can't get up here anytime soon.
No can do, Miss Ching Ni. We're not abandoning you.
Hey, you think we can't take them? How rude.
Easy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand.
It is Yukong's quest. Hello, Yukong.
Cloud Knights, formation! Prepare to engage!
That's Yukong's daughter, isn't it? If I remember correctly. There's like a kind of awkward look there.
Hold on, Ching Li. We're coming to get you!
Ill tidings manifest.
Cutting the net. Stand still.
Glad I trained.
Receive divinity.
There we go. Turn out your pocket. Oh, feast your eyes. Happy New Year!
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Delayed.
Destiny is apparent.
Ill fate descends.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Forget your wallet?
I didn't know the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like this in person.
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. However, Ching Ni decided to put herself in danger and trouble our esteemed guests with her safety. As her mother, I couldn't sit idly by.
I knew it. So that's why. Mother.
Ching Ni, have you thanked your benefactors yet?
Thank you, benefactors.
No need, Miss Qingni. It was nothing.
As easy as taking out the trash on a date.
You Astral Express Trailblazers have outstanding manners, though your allegories are a little odd.
Thank you,
It
Yukong.
was because of both of you that Qingni escaped unscathed. Words cannot express my gratitude. In fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea. It is about time we knew each other better.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong. We would be honored.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself. Qingni's irresponsible actions caused much trouble for the two of you. Allow me to apologize once again on her behalf.
Ugh, you always do this, Mother. Scold me before figuring out what actually happened.
Okay, what actually happened?
It was a dire situation. I was the only one who could.
You promised me, Qingni. We shall discuss this when we return.
Ooh, there's some tension here. We need to release this.
Please excuse us, benefactors. I look forward to our meeting.
I didn't know Yukong had that side door.
You mean a scary mum side?
You have a unique way of putting things.
That's just having children does that to you.
But you're not wrong. Appearances seemingly tell us little about the lives of the Xianzhou's leaders, no matter how long those lives may have been. Yukong's inner worries and concerns came to the surface in the presence of her daughter. Only then was it clear that she, too, is somebody's mother.
But she too is. I feel like you relate to this a lot, Mr. Yang. Does Mr. Yang have a daughter?
Yes. After all, I know what it's like to worry over a kid's homework and whether their lunch is healthy enough.
I need to play Honkai Impact the Third or whatever the full name is. I really want to know more about Welt
But there's something I don't understand.
and these
Yes,
references.
Qingni piloted a star skiff without permission and put herself in danger, but she meant well. Nevertheless, Yukong's reaction suggests that there was something more. Anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Best not to keep Yukong waiting.
Kill the Wallace!
Let's avoid sudden exclamations like that once we're in the palace.
Are you embarrassed by me, Welt? I will say whatever I want.
Remember, this is no field trip. We're having tea with the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission. We'll need to act with diplomatic decorum.
Okay, Dad.
All right, let's head out before it gets late.
He really is like a father figure to the Trailblazer.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life!
I feel like I've just walked into something that I should not have walked into. I will wait until this familiar feud ends.
You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Luofu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? What about being trapped by abominations? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened to you?
She's
Do you
just
know how
worried.
many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post. Not only have you broken the Skyfaring Commission's regulations, you've broken your promise to me.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission, not sit at my desk dealing with never-ending papers. That job doesn't suit me. I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius like you. Like mother, like daughter. They were all jealous of me. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back. You would never have allowed me to go if I told you about it.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes?
Ooh.
As for genius. Don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot? I don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't understand. Why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is? You may not want to fly anymore, but don't trap me down here with you.
Qingni, where are you going?
Uh-oh. We got busted eavesdropping.
I'm sorry you had to witness this.
See, I think you should see it from her perspective, though. I know you worry about her, but what's the harm?
Apologies, Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time.
Yes. Apologies. Mr. Yang, I told you we'd be early.
You're right. An oversight on my part.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing my own personal matters to encroach on your time.
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong. But if there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Family issues, I'm afraid. You probably heard a thing or two just now.
Yeah.
Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. I may seem overbearing, but the situation she gets herself into sent a shiver up my tail.
Didn't Yukong's, like, wife or lover die in a plane ship thing? I don't know what they're called. Which makes sense that she would worry so much, because she doesn't want to experience what she experienced when she lost the person she loves. She doesn't want to experience that again with her daughter.
It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the abundance axis to a living planet. I thought I'd forgotten what fear was. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I'm sorry. Talking about such vexing matters is unbecoming in front of guests. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express, not bore you with these trivialities. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please, you must try this excellent whale tide spring.
Don't mind if I do. Though things didn't get off to a great start, everyone enjoyed this meeting with Yukong.
Please accept these gifts as thanks for saving my daughter. I'd heard that the Nameless had traversed the Starry Sea, but I wasn't prepared for how much I could learn from you.
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you in action, I know the rumors were true. I hope to witness your flying ability for myself one day. We'll head off now. The Commission must be busy. I look forward to our next meeting, Madam Yukong.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang. The sky no longer suits me. Looks like you still wish to talk.
Yeah, I do. Are you good?
Seems our every meeting is accompanied by an incident of some sort. I hope I can meet the Astral Express crew under better circumstances next time.
Hello.
You two, please, wait. Thank you for saving me, benefactors. And I'm sorry you had to witness all that.
I understand, it's the parent-child relationship.
So you've experienced it yourself, benefactor?
No.
That's great. I mean, I'm happy I finally found someone who can understand me. But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now. I have the right to pursue my dreams. Mom still insists on sheltering me under her wing, as if I can't even stay alive without her.
She's just worried for you.
Miss Qingni, these are family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. However, in my personal experience, becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. To erode a rock, one must be patient and persistent, like water. What I mean to say is, instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically, over time. Don't you think, Miss Qingni?
Don't think I have the qualifications to advise here.
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships, forced me to study for ages. I did everything I could to work my way into the Skyfaring Commission. But she used her authority to assign me a desk job. Every time I walk along Starwatcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying freely across the sky, I feel empty inside. Speaking of empty inside, so how were Mom's refreshments? Good?
Delicious. Help yourself, I'm sure there's some leftovers.
I've been so angry today I forgot to eat anything. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so I should do the same. Let me take you around Starskiff Haven. We can try the most authentic snack on the Lafu.
We're eating good tonight. What's this? Vending machine. This is not good.
We're here! The thing about the most authentic snack on the Cienjo Lafu is it's a drink, and it's inside this vending machine.
Wow, the full 5-star treatment.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have the money for anything fancy. Here, mung bean soda. 1 can each. This thing has a bit of a unique flavor, but I love it.
Let me try. A nostalgic experience.
Oh, is there a drink like this where you're from?
No, this reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never fully recovered.
Is Himiko's coffee that bad?
How is it? Bearable?
Delicious, simply delicious. Anyone with never bucket? Are you sure you're not angry at us for rescuing you? That seems like, yeah, this drink is so bad, I think you're poisoning us.
Whoa! I've never met a traveler who could down a mung bean soda like that.
Well, I like to rummage through garbage, so really... I am one of a kind.
But I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Just like flying. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else.
I liked it.
Oh, I know a really great place in Starskiff Haven to Starskiff watch.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you don't try, you won't know. Unique experiences are often a product of risky choices.
Tell that to my mom. Her #1 life lesson is, you can't turn back once you enter the sky. Pilots are always dancing with death. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job. But I still want to fly among the stars. To fight for the Cienjo Alliance across the vast galaxy.
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Qingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they reach for a sword, then they'll grow up to be a famous warrior. And if they reach for a toy star skiff,
They'll become a toy salesman? They'll become a star skiff pilot.
that's right. Mom reached for the star skiff and showed a natural talent for flying. General Jing Yuan recruited her to the Cloud Knights as soon as she was old enough. That's how she became a fighter pilot. Later, she achieved miracles. One time, she destroyed 3 beast ships in a hail of Barissan anti-aircraft fire, like an arrow tearing through a thunderstorm. She also holds the Skyfaring Commission records for speed and enemy vessels destroyed. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter. I've wanted to become a legend like her for as long as I can remember.
I can imagine. A parent is often a child's first hero, and their image can influence their whole life.
She never told me any of those stories herself. And she hasn't piloted a star skiff since the 3rd Denizens of Abundance War. She doesn't even bring up her military achievements. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I stole a star skiff and I tried all kinds of difficult maneuvers. Turns out I was as talented as she was. Not only did I survive the flight, my landing was perfect.
But was reckless.
I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. But boy, I've never seen her so scary. I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a star skiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry because I viewed her as a role model. Because I had the same talent as her. I don't understand it.
Parents never want their children to be in danger. I think I can understand, Madame Yukong.
But flying is the only thing I want to do. I've already touched the sky.
Oh no.
It's Mom's secretary, Miss Siquei. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one of her trinkets in Stargazer Navalia when she came to save me. Miss Siquei suggested I find the trinket and return it to Mom. Said it might help me get back in her good books.
In Stargazer Navalia? Let's go with you and have a look.
Is it really okay to bother you two again?
No, it's fine. The goal of the Express crew is to help other people.
Indeed.
You're too kind, benefactors. I'll treat you to something better than mung bean soda next time.
You better.
The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic. I think Mom's trinket would have dropped around here.
Do you know what it looks like, Miss Qingni?
Let me think. It should be a little square thing. She's usually got something like that on her.
This is your area of expertise.
Isn't combat my expertise?
You're a great fighter.
He turned
but
around.
Your perception is even more
He
impressive.
was
No matter how well a treasure chest
confounded
is
by
hidden, you're always able to
what
spot
I
it.
said. He had to tell me that face to face. He's like, nah, you're good at finding stuff. Which is true. Treasure chests I can find.
So, when it comes to finding a needle in a haystack, is there really anyone more capable than yourself?
I suppose you're right.
A bird cage. Huh. That reminds me. Have you guys heard of the birds that live in the Everhunt Plains? They have beautiful feathers, but you can't domesticate them. They don't live long if you lock them in a cage.
Oh.
Makes sense. How could a bird that's known the sky live in a cage.
Oh, that's sad. She relates to that.
Come on, are you kidding? It's a trinket, remember?
Wow.
You think my mom would carry this with her?
It's a beautiful vase, though. What an intricate pattern. Isn't that the divine beast fortune pattern?
You're so smart, Mr. Yang.
Wow.
Well, I only recently found out about it.
This is not going to be a trinket either, and she's going to yell at me again.
Well, this is too big for a trinket.
Well, he is yelling at me. It just... This is a weapon.
A devastator glaive? Is this from the battle? There were a lot of Cloud Knights.
Oh.
No, this is only a replica. Probably some kind of film prop.
Is it?
Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized there was something inside.
Is it a picture of you?
Is this
Oh,
the hunt crest?
the hunt. I don't get it.
This is what pilots hang in their Starskiff cockpits for good luck.
It must be very close to Helmmaster Yukong's heart. Let's head back, Miss Qingni. I think you should return this trinket in person. This is an opportunity for the two of you to talk.
Not yet. I want to go back later. There's something I hope you two can help me with first.
If you want us to help you persuade your mother, I'm afraid that could be difficult. It's not easy to solve a family dispute as an outsider.
No, you misunderstand. I just want to know what she's thinking. What turned an ace pilot, someone who loved to fly, into someone like her?
Oh, she doesn't know?
My mom clearly misses her flying days. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep this on her person. But she doesn't fly anymore and refuses to let me become a fighter pilot. Why?
Maybe we can ask some people who might know the truth.
We could ask around the Skyfaring Commission?
If the Helmmaster herself is reluctant to talk about it, then the Skyfaring Commission staff would be even less likely, even if they know the truth. I think we should try General Jing Yuan first.
Okay. Oh, Jing Yuan. I like Jing Yuan. We could
He
talk to him.
promoted Helmmaster Yukong himself. He probably knows more about her past than anyone.
General Jing Yuan? Are you sure it's okay to go straight to him? Oh, right. You're the General's guests. Even so, this is asking a lot of you.
No problem. If we can get to the bottom of why Helmmaster Yukong no longer flies, we might be able to find out why she doesn't want you to be a fighter pilot. We can't help you too directly, but an indirect conversation like this might give us a clue on how to convince your mother.
Leave it to us.
Yes, leave it to us.
We'll talk to Jing
In
Yuan.
that case, thank you so much, benefactors. I'll head back to Starskiff Haven. I'm not ready to return to the Skyfaring Commission yet.
Mr. Yang, and you?
And me.
What brings you to the seat of divine foresight this time?
It's nothing urgent. We were hoping to understand Helmmaster Yukong a little better.
Yukong? I heard an office worker from the Skyfaring Commission flew a starskiff to assist in the present crisis, but ran into trouble herself. She was only saved thanks to a couple of travelers. On behalf of the Law Fu, you have my thanks once again.
It was no problem.
The seat of divine foresight heard that Yukong's seldom seen but often feared temper was on display. I believe the two of you were caught between mother and daughter.
Indeed.
We heard that Helmmaster Yukong was an outstanding pilot, but that she refused.
Yukong herself is best
Let
placed
me
to
just get
answer
back.
such questions.
I don't want to ask.
We
Back to the
heard.
sink.
But naturally, you are here because you fear that Helmmaster Yukong would decline to answer.
Not fear.
If
Maybe
you wish
fear.
to dispel Miss Qingni's curiosity, perhaps we can take a small step back from the topic at hand. What do you wish to know about Yukong the pilot? Oh, this is a divine object from the Rainbow Arbiter. Where did you find this?
Somewhere. Inside a trinket.
This object has been stored inside Helmmaster Yukong's personal trinket all along. Miss Qingni lent it to us. She thought it might be a way to find out more about Yukong's past and why she no longer flies.
This object is no ordinary trinket. It has borne witness to blood and tears. I'm sure you're both familiar with the Xianzhou's long galactic hunt. But have you heard of the denizens of Abundance Wars? As the Xianzhou has continued to cleanse the universe of immortal abominations, so too has the Abundance Axis succeeded in breaching our defensive lines. They pushed the Xianzhou to the brink of disaster. 30 years ago, the Xianzhou Yaoqing and Fenghu were besieged by our enemies. Even in the long history of warfare between the Xianzhou Alliance and the denizens of Abundance, that air battle was one of the most tragic. We were greatly outnumbered by the abominations of Abundance. Almost 1 million fighter pilots fought in the bitter battle. Those who survived numbered no more than 100,000. Had the Rainbow Arbiter not descended and destroyed the enemy's assault with their sky-shattering Lux Arrow, who's to say whether the Luofu would still be here today? Such divine objects were forged from the embers that the Arbiter's divine arrow left behind. For the survivors, these relics contain the blood of their comrades, the ashes of their enemies. Yukong is a survivor of that war. Her best friend,
Best friend.
Sai, perished on the battlefield.
Was she really her best friend?
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, General.
I do. Was she really her best friend? Or is that just another word for lovers? Historians will call them anything but lovers.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind Helmmaster Yukong's reluctance to fly, nor do I want to open up old wounds. However, it is difficult to discard one's past. Yukong and Sai trusted each other with their lives. The Helmmaster will have strong memories of that time. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but I believe Qingni has the right to know about the past, as the past is starting to affect her future.
Thank you, General.
Thank you, General. We apologize for taking up your time with such triviality.
Mr. Yang, you jest. How can harmony between parent and child constitute a triviality? If you ask me, the mountains of documents and the seat of divine foresight are the only triviality around here.
We'll take our leave. Let's go. We should head to Starskiff Haven and find Qingni.
Mystical, did you learn anything from General Jingyuan? She said Mum's busy, so I'm headed back to the Skyfaring Commission. If you did learn something, can you come meet up with me? I want to ask my Skyfaring Commission colleagues as much as I can, but I don't know where to start. He mentioned Acai. I actually guess there would be some connection. It's hard to explain over text. Let's meet up. See you in a bit. Sae was my other mother. That's what she's gonna say.
Oh, you're here. My mom isn't in a great mood. She went for a walk.
Isn't in a great mood.
Mm-hmm. Probably because of me.
You two are very similar.
Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. The only difference is that I come to this side of Starskiff Haven and she heads to the other. That way, we don't bump into each other.
It's actually kind of cute.
Really? I think it's silly. Anyway, did you find anything out from General Jing Yuan?
Yeah, Sae. Refused to use the word lover, but
Did
I don't know about
Master
that.
Yukong never bring this up with you?
I was always curious about her past, but she either dodged my questions or pretended not to hear them. In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that left a scar that never fully healed. I never asked her again.
She was afraid you ended up like her friend.
Indeed. That's probably why Yukong was never willing to fly again after the battle, and why she forbids you from flying.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the pain of losing her friend. And she thinks that my talent makes it more likely that she'll lose me in the same way?
I can't guarantee that's what she's thinking, Miss Qingni. You should talk with her yourself.
You're right, Mr. Yang. But I still have something else to check first. This past that General Jing Yuan mentioned is probably archived in the Palace of Astrum. I remember watching her handle a document with great care before she filed it away. It looked like a diary.
Oh, no, I don't think we should be snooping through her personal stuff.
Do you still remember where it was filed,
Welt.
Miss Qingni?
This is not like you.
Vaguely. But there are so many files stored in the Skyfaring Commission. Could I ask you benefactors to look for it with me?
No.
A couple of Outworlders going through Skyfaring Commission files isn't a good look. I'm afraid we can only accompany you, Miss Qingni.
Of course. You're right. Sorry.
The desktop background on this calculation device is a line of floating calligraphy. Yan Ming's workstation, unauthorized personnel prohibited.
Mr. Yang Ming is a stickler for rules. I don't want to annoy him. Let's go to a different device.
Oh man, my bad.
We can use this one. Okay. Let me see. Helm Masters, Personal Archive. Oh, got it! Let's go take a look.
Oh. These are a lot of cabinet things to look through.
It should be here. Let's see. Yes! This is Mom's diary!
Miss Qingni, I don't think the two of us should be reading your mother's diary.
It should be fine. This is from decades ago. For you travelers, that's more than half a lifespan.
No, I still think I shouldn't read it. You stay here with Miss Qingni. I'll be waiting over
think
there.
I should be reading it either.
Fine. Is it really that big of a deal? I'm sure they're just her notes on life as a pilot.
I shouldn't look either, but I will.
I understand. I can tell Mr. Yang is a principled person. There are some lines he won't cross. Let's read it together. Maybe her diary holds the key to all of this.
Okay, Yukong's exchange diary. Sae, we are going to be partners. What type of partners? That's my question. Romantic partners? Partners is such a broad term, could mean anything. We've known each other for so long, but when we first knew each other racing star skiffs illegally in the city. Rebels. We were rivals. Ooh, rivals to lovers. Now that we're asked to work together and have each other's back, I'm really not used to it. Naturally, I'm not used to having to look after someone who lost against me, but an order's an order, heh. I jest. I really look forward to flying with you. I don't know when we would receive a combat mission. I don't know what you think about our situation, but I think we both have considerably skills and have to sit still and not fight enemies in the front line. It's stifling. Those denizens of abundance often raid the border, and occasionally there are reports of them harming innocent planets. Every time I hear these news, I feel an overwhelming sense of anger. But now, things are different. After a while, we'll be able to show them what we're made of on our fighter jets. Honestly though, I'm pretty satisfied with my life right now. After all, just between you and me, what I really wanted was never the righteous cause of riding demonic activities. What attracts me is just the act of flying itself. Look, flying out in the universe outside of the Delves is entirely different from racing starships that we're so used to. There is nothing to anchor us in space. There's not even a distinction between up and down. Our fighter jets would be hung in space by the lonesome selves like ships sailing in the middle of the ocean. By then, there is no one else you can rely on but your own skills and your jet. Some may call this feeling lonely, but I prefer to call it freedom. To me, to fly in a space is already good enough, and if I can share the sweet freedom with you, then that's even better. Oh, that's actually really sweet. Sai, I don't know what to say to console you. You're always like this. No matter what terrible things happen to you, you would act strong, as if you don't need anyone to care for you, and you have terrible time for jokes. But we have been together for over 100 years, and I think we understand each other very well. You once said that if something is unpleasant for me, it would also be uncomfortable for you. I actually feel the same way too. Right now, my heart feels like it's been gouged out with a blunt, rusted knife. I can't imagine the amount of hurt and pain you're going through. Aww. Yeah, platonic best friends, this is. It's funny, I've never shown Guagnin my good side. Every time you leave me alone to go on a mission with him, I feel uncomfortable. Especially when I see you two flirting and getting along as if you're inseparable. I can't help but want to glare at him with disdain. Jealousy. This is what that is. Yukong. But Guanjian is a good person, no matter how rude I was to him. He was always kind to me. Thinking back on it now, I realise I'm just really bad at appreciating people. He's really amazing. He managed to hold off several dozen enemy ships with only 2 people. This isn't something that can be done with just courage and resolve. It also requires exceptional skills and extraordinary talent. I can imagine what it was like in his final moments, how his annoyingly handsome face must have shown such determination and focus. I guess that's why you fell in love with him in the first place. Oh no! Oh no! They weren't lovers. They were unrequited lovers. Yukong loved Sai, but Sai loved someone else. Oh my god. I can imagine how proud he must have felt in that moment. He must have had no fear or hopelessness or only pride. So you shouldn't be sad. You should be proud of him. We all should. Sai, I've been having a lot of negative emotions recently that I cannot express to other fighters on the front line. Since you're recuperating in the rear, I'll just dump them on you. Although it seems I'm a bit slow to say such words now, it was only recently that I realised that I'm actually in the midst of such a cruel war. Space combat is different from ground combat. Although both involve life and death in an instant, it is rare to see several limbs and broken bodies in space, which led me to misjudge the brutality of this war. It wasn't until recently, as the situation on the front lines worsened, that the bloody reality gently but indisputably presented itself before me. Someone might sit beside you for a meal today and be missing in action tomorrow, and a soldier, earning praise and honour today, might disappear the next. The captain I fought with today might not be found tomorrow. The ground troops that exchanged encouragement with me today might be eliminated the next. Oh, this is sad. At this point, I'm wary of building personal connections with anyone here, Perhaps that person would perish, or I might perish, or we might both perish in the days to come. I thought I have experienced enough to feel numb, but bad news kept coming in waves every single day. However, I don't regret this at all. Whenever the pain comes, the feeling that becoming a fighter pilot is the best choice I have made in my life will follow. If I weren't a fighter pilot, I can only endure this pain in silence. But I am one. I can fly, I can fight, I can attempt to destroy the source of my pain. Since I am a fighter pilot, I still have things that I can do. Realities that I can change. P.S. Don't use the names Squirrel came up with. They're terrible. Choosing a name is such a big decision the child has to bear with for a lifetime. Use my suggestions instead. It's something I picked after diligently going through several collections worth of poetry. Okay, so this suggests that Yukong adopted Sai's daughter, I'm guessing. Sai, I have a lot to tell you, so many things. After your death, they want to honor me with a medal. Truthfully, I find that laughable. Based on common logic, no one would award survivors medals to praise their fortuitous survival. But no, not the Skyfaring Commission. They gave me a medal, called me a hero pilot, and the only reason for it is because of my luck to remain alive in the calamitous battle. If you had been as lucky as me, we could have gotten the medals together. After the medal ceremony, we could have gone to Aram Alley, have a few drinks, and laugh at the absurdity of it all. It's a shame. Luck is not on your side. We don't have that chance anymore. I suddenly feel nostalgic. I remember all the time we had steering our starskiffs across the low-through sky. We were so carefree. There were no threats to our lives, and we didn't have to bear the calling of the hunt. The entirety of the sky within the delve was ours, yours and mine. Above us was the delve's flashing dome ceiling, and below us were the bustling lights of 10,000 homes. Oh, and behind us, the Realm Keeping Commission officers who just won't stop chasing us. That was a time of insurances. How I wish we could stay in that time forever. Oh, so sad.
What is the meaning of this?
We got busted.
The Helm Master's daughter bringing Outworlders in to sneak around?
That's the guy from earlier who didn't want me looking in the chest. He just hates people snooping.
What do you have in your hands? Let me see. Madame Yukong's diary? The nerve. How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too. By the Arbiter, you two are in for a...
Mr. Yang Min, please, calm down. Let us explain.
I see. Qingni, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot is tough for you to accept, but she has her own concerns.
I understand, Mr. Yang Ming. But now, compared to becoming a fighter pilot, I'm more interested in knowing what my mom went through. I want to know what happened, how she went from ace pilot to helm master.
I've been here for a long time, Qingni. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. But don't go rummaging around. That's a bad habit. No, this isn't something I should read.
Oh, okay. Come on, we both had a look.
Just listen to yourself. I suppose you think if you ate your shoes, I'd follow suit. Just ask some other questions. Ones I can answer.
Jing Yuan's memory.
Miss Tsai? I remember her. She was an ace gunner. Many people wanted to be her flight partner. Her husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot. They manned the same skiff and were the envy of many.
Damn, husband?
But when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guangyang couldn't match their numbers.
Guangyang. I was
After
definitely
he
pronouncing his name
passed
wrong.
away in battle, Tsai rarely teamed up with anyone except your mother. It was tragic when Saeed died soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No one knows which flight will be their last. Saeed's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Saeed's possessions as per regulations. She kept them locked away, occasionally taking them out to admire.
I didn't think you'd know this many details, Mr. Yang Ming.
Nonsense. As a Xianzhou native, I've lived long enough to remember more than the Foxian pilots could ever hope to. In the end, all the ace pilots perished. The only thing I can do is to remember them and ensure they are not forgotten too soon.
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions stored? Thanks for telling us all this, Mr. Yang Ming.
You're welcome. I know this is important to you. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office desk next.
No.
I can understand your position, Qingni.
Nah.
I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. After all, it's an unwritten rule that subordinates should be absent when their superior's privacy is exposed. Please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
Got it.
Thank you, Mr. Yang Ming.
Hurry. Madame Yukong will be back soon.
My
Quickly,
mom
quick.
keeps lots of stuff in her desk. Let's have a look.
There must be a hidden compartment.
That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super spacious hidden compartments. Lots of office staff use this desk. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and under the desktop. Which one should we check first?
Clearly under the desktop.
Got it. This looks similar to Mom's diary,
Oh,
but it looks like it belonged to Miss Tsai.
ooh. Let's read it. Yukong, I'm happy to have a chance to fight side by side with you. When the pair assignment was sent out, I was so nervous that I didn't dare to open and check it, feeling that we wouldn't be paired up. It's not like I can't bear to part with you, but I was worried to leave you with the others with your fiery temperament. When you actually get to the battlefield, don't act recklessly like you do now, always charging in with hot-headedness. Before taking action, think more about the consequences. But it's okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore, or you'll accuse me of nagging like an old crone again. In any case, we need to work together using our individual strengths to create our own legends in the vast sky. I look forward to fighting in the vast skies with you. I much so that I'm finding it hard to fall asleep. Yukong, don't cry. There is no need to be sad. My husband was the one who died, but you're crying more than I am. After so many years of fighting, you're still so emotional. I'm envious. Being a fighter pilot has always been a harrowing decision. Since we chose this path, we have to be mentally prepared. What's important is not whether we can survive by luck, but whether we can live up to the value of our pilot's life. Guang Yuan and his partner managed to keep an entire Borisan fleet at bay. They were heroes. To me, that is enough. I've heard it said that the greatest happiness in life is being able to choose how you die. From this perspective, to fight from the Shenzhou Alliance, no, for the people of the entire cosmos, to die on the battlefield after a lifetime of military service, Guang Yuan is probably happy. Of course, you better not have this kind of happiness, just live another 200 years, behave, and then die of old age for me. Yukong, it's been a long time. I'm still on my maternity leave in the rear. Everything is fine. With the stalemate happening right now, you must be very busy. But when you have the chance, please take a moment to write an exchange diary entry for me, so that I can know that you are safe. And also, I have a mountain of things I want to talk to you about. Firstly, an announcement. I've already decided on a name for our child. They became, I'm just saying, Yukong stepped up as the mother that was needed. Guang Yang has talked about this before. If it's a boy, name him Dragon, and if it's a girl, name her Phoenix. What stupid names! But this man's literacy sense is as good as the monkeys in the Ever Hunt Plains. No matter how much we should prioritize the wishes of my late husband, I cannot let his wants ruin my child's life. So after much pondering, I've decided to go with your suggestion and name her Qingni, the Colors of Dawn. The moonlit camp is open to a garden of archery. Frosty banners brush the colours of dawn. How rare you made this time and effort to look through poems and allegories. I thought you only cared about fighter jets. Don't miss me too much. After taking a few months off break and settling Qingni down, I will be back in action ASAP. Qingni is still so young and I need to leave her to fight in war. How should I say this? I'm such an irresponsible mother. I am well aware the situation on the front line doesn't look so good. The Borisons keep breaking our ranks. All the media outlets are trying to control the spread of the panic and fear, but Lao Fu is shrouded with a veil of uneasiness. However, I believe the Zhengzhou Alliance will win. I believe the warriors like you and me will repel those denizens of abundance to whence they come. I look forward to fighting beside you once more. Yukong, we will be heading towards the cruel battlefield tomorrow, so tonight there are some things I must entrust to you. This may be somewhat ominous, but there's no help for it. You made it so that we've never entrusted these things to each other before. If you lived, and I didn't, please take off Qingni like you would your own daughter. I know you will. I will entrust you with all my savings. Please use that as living expenses for Qingni. No matter what kind of person Qingni wants to become, please support her fully. So, Yukong hasn't done that. Merchant Poet Street Performer... Oh, anything except a jet fighter. Oh! So this is the wish of Sai. Sai didn't want her to become a jet fighter. Please allow me to make a vow with you. Do not let Qingni become a jet fighter. When we enlisted, you wrote in this diary, our fighter jets would be hung in space by the lonesome selves like ships sailing in the middle of the ocean. Some may call this feeling lonely, but I prefer to call it freedom. I really love this segment because I thought the same, but that's enough. Loneliness or freedom, we've already tasted it all. Promise me, don't let that child touch the sky. Oh.
So... I was adopted?
Oh, she sounds sad.
And this Miss... Sai... was my real mother?
They're both your real mothers. What do you mean?
I suppose I've always had a feeling. But now I know the truth. I feel like I'm dreaming. Don't let that child touch the sky. Is this why Mom refuses to let me become a fighter pilot?
She doesn't want to lose Sai again. You're a reminder of Sai.
For a pilot, the most important oath before departure is the promise to bring your comrade back. Mom didn't manage to bring her comrade back. So she vowed to prevent me from setting out. Not only am I her daughter, I'm also her final promise to Tsai. I never thought my dream would put Mom in such a difficult situation. I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Even if we're not connected by blood. I understand her a lot more now.
Blood doesn't make family.
Can you come with me one more time?
Sure. But this is a family affair.
It's fine. I don't need you to do anything. I just want you and Mr. Yang to stand nearby.
You're all done? Did it go smoothly?
No.
I see. Let's find Helmmaster Yukong. We'll accompany you. We're here to help, but she and I really shouldn't interject when you're conversing with your mother.
It's okay. I understand. Just having you stand next to me is already a great help, benefactors. Mom?
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Starskiff Haven. She mentioned she was trying to mend things between you, but was feeling shy about it. We volunteered to come with her.
Thank you. I must apologize for the trouble my daughter has brought you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late. Let's talk once we're home.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something right now. I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
Ooh.
We've talked about this many times. No means no.
But...
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little hesitant. Try giving her a little push.
Won't that harm her? If I just shove her like
I
that
thought
randomly?
Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject. What should I say?
Oh, what should I say? Divine arrow.
This divine object is a testament to Yukong's devotion to the hunt. Qingni believes it's a sign that Yukong still misses the life of a fighter pilot. Still, it doesn't seem... Qingni remembers that Yukong has always avoided talking about her career as a fighter pilot, and that she wants to prevent Qingni from following the same path. Why?
What? Okay. Sai's exchange diary.
Is that Sai's diary?
Uh-oh.
How did you... I understand now. I'm sorry, Qingni. I cannot support your dream because I made a promise to someone else. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness. I just hope you can understand my reason.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through infinite space, to be surrounded by the vast expanse of nothingness, with unimaginable splendors looming in the distance. To float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Some called it loneliness, but we called it freedom.
That's what the diary said.
Sai was like that too. We're friends since childhood. We flew starskiffs everywhere, causing trouble until the knights caught us and dragged us before General Jingyuan. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. It wasn't an easy life. You could even say it was a cruel one. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. Of course, the same could be said of yourself. But those are my best memories. We would strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice. The blood we shed bore witness to it all. The life of a Foxian is short and fleeting. Surely we should dedicate ourselves to such glorious aims. System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
Oh, is that Sai?
We're engaging the main Borisan fleet this time. Don't get too excited.
Oh. Qingni looks just like her.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Ooh.
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying starskiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
Mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've ever had. But I still remember us shooting the breeze that day. Crystal clear.
Is that the day she died?
It was the last time I spoke to Tsai.
Oh. I missed you was the last thing they basically said to each other. Oh, that's so sad.
Tsai.
Visual
Hold on,
effect.
Tsai. Tsai, open your eyes.
Thank you. You go. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Jingli walk the same path. Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
Tsai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear? The rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Jingni is waiting for you. She lost Guang Yan. She can't afford to lose you too. Oh no! Wake up! Tsai! Tsai!
This is so sad.
Tsai!
The emotion in Yukong's voice. Oh.
When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky. Pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far above us. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. All I could feel was unbearable pain. I sunk to the ground and gazed up helplessly. In my dream, that was the day I died.
Oh my god. Because life wasn't worth living without Sai. Is that what? Oh,
Mom,
that's so
this is
sad.
the first time I've heard you talk about this. But I'm not a little girl anymore. The road of a fighter pilot is a cruel one. I know that now. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can bring happiness to the citizens of the Xianzhou, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. I've known for a long time you were ready, but I was not. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Tsai, your father Guang Yan. We were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. Do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai and the lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiter's divine arrow.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, then what purpose did our sacrifices serve? Under the might of an eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing. We mean nothing.
Mom.
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. Even if that person is my daughter. I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am sorry. That is my failure as a mother.
Mom, you don't need to apologize. Really, you don't need to.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Oh. Huh? Really? Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was afraid of you following in my footsteps. I'm more afraid of you taking after Tsai. If this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you. Even if you live to regret it.
Mom, I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
Oh. Will she be up for that?
I'm afraid I can't. I won't be flying anymore.
Oh, understandable.
But why?
Because I already touched the sky.